Good Friday morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 17. And yes, there's only 2 more episodes left before I take a break for Christmas. Yeah, it's a cold morning. But yeah, toques. I don't like wearing a toque. I know all of you are like, oh boy, he looks good in a toque. I know, but I just don't like wearing them. Yeah, so before we get started, as promised, I wanted to mention about my weight loss. So, as of this morning, I weighed myself in and I didn't lose anything. I'm exactly the same weight I was 2 weeks ago, but I am elated about that. I am so freaking happy. You have no freaking idea. Let me explain. Charlotte Mazur, who is my fitness coach, fitness trainer, she's been on me, and because of her, hold on, this is loud. I love it. All these places going up. It's awesome. Anyways, yeah, Charlotte is aware, and she's been pushing. She is fantastic. And honestly, the reason why I'm so happy is because if she hadn't pushed me the way she pushed me the last 2 weeks, I'd probably have gained 10, 15 pounds. And I'm not kidding. Between all the Christmas lunches, Christmas dinners, Christmas party. I was actually at a Christmas party last night. Oh, God. I'd weigh 10 pounds heavier than I am today. So listen, she is amazing. She has really guided me and given me tips and ideas on how to stay on track, even when I'm out, eating at restaurants. I'm not a big alcohol drinker. I do have a couple of drinks here and there, but it's mainly the food. You know how it is when you go out. You want to order something good, like a big steak or whatever it is that you enjoy. So anyways, that's where I'm at for the weight loss. We'll see 2 weeks from now, just before Christmas. Hopefully I will have lost some weight, but I still have a lot of Christmas dinners and Christmas lunches. I actually have one today, I have one tomorrow, and quite a few next week. Anyways, we're just gonna keep it going and moving forward. So anyways, like I was mentioning, today, what are we going to talk about today? Today we're going to talk about home inspections. After I did the question period last week and answering all your questions, the one that I got, I think more people asking me about that than any other topic I've done was about home inspections. So I figured this week, let's jump into home inspections. Now, when you're purchasing a home, or even sometimes when you're selling a home or selling a property, a home inspection, especially when buying, is an absolute. You'll never hear me say, oh, no, you know what? Skip it. No, never. Get a home inspection under every circumstance. Like I said in the last video, even if the property is brand new, get a home inspection. And the reason why I'm saying that isn't because the contractors, the developers, these people are good. They are great. But new homes, like my brother, I'm gonna shoot out here a little name drop for him. Actin Injection, which probably a lot of you already know who he is. Foundation company, do French drains, cracks, all those things. Anyways, he gets a huge portion of his business is from new builds. Now, usually the developers, the contractors and owners are already on top of it. And what they'll do is they're going to call him in to, either wrap the foundation, fix the cracks, whatever it is. But that's just to show you that's a brand new build. And there's going to be shifting. There's going to be all sorts of things. So, that shows you that there could be things that do arise even if the property is brand new. So it does make sense to bring in a home inspector. And the reason being is, one, sometimes a home inspector is going to find issues. And it depends on what the issues are. Sometimes they could be quite large issues where you're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of repairs that are going to be needed. And, in a circumstance like that, you can reduce the price, not pay full price, then get in and then realize that, oh my God, I got, $15,000 worth of work because the roof is leaking and it has to be changed, or there's an underpinning issue with the foundation, or we can go on and on and on. So the inspector is going to come in and they're going to, assess the property. They're going to inspect that property and let you know these things. Mold issues. A lot of times people don't even know that there's mold issues. A lot of things to look out for is sometimes there's a dehumidifier running in the basement. You go in the basement and they got a couple going, and a lot of people don't think much of it, but why? Is there that much humidity? Is there water coming through the foundation? Is there French drains? Does it need French drains? Like, these are all major issues that you might want to look into. So you want to have somebody, a professional, do it. And you know what? Like I said in the last video, having a home inspector, you want to make sure you're checking their credentials. The credentials are super important because in Quebec, anybody can call themselves a home inspector and go out and do an inspection. It doesn't mean that they're an actual professional. You want to make sure that they're insured and they're reputable. They've been referred, perhaps by a real estate broker like myself. And you have to check these things and make sure that this is a good home inspector. Some of the tools home inspectors are going to use, even if you're well aware of construction, you have experience in renovations or whatever it is, there's a lot of things that you're not going to see, that, they can't spot everything. And they're just like you and I. And like I said, I was a home inspector once upon a time, a long time ago. So I know the complications of not being able to see certain things behind walls or hidden things. But they do have tools that the usual, individual's not going to have, is stuff like a thermal imaging camera. Now, a thermal imaging camera is going to show you pictures, heat, they're thermal pictures, so it's like heat and cold. It pulls out the heat and cold. So a lot of times they're going to be able to see, in certain areas behind the gyprock where, there's, insulation missing, or, what is that hot spot that turns out to be an overloaded wire, or it could be an overloaded junction box that's hidden in the attic, which you're not allowed to have. Could be a leak. It's very hard to tell the difference between a water leak and a cold spot. But there are telltale signs, and a lot of times the inspector will be able to give you an idea of what it is. So a tool like that is super important when it comes to inspections. You got those snake cameras where they can kind of go into, certain drains, especially outside if you have a pitched driveway that goes down. Well, with those type of driveways, listen, you want to make sure that the drain is working properly so the water doesn't back up into the garage. There's tools to check for humidity, mold, all these different things. They're gonna have the knowledge to let you know what, for this house, you should have a pyrite test done. And a lot of these answers, don't get me wrong, the real estate broker will be able to guide you in the right direction. But you have to remember, we are not licensed as a home inspector. So it's not our job to inspect the home. And for my clients specifically, because I've been a home inspector, I'm certainly going to tell them, we should maybe have somebody look at this or that. And this is the reason why I think we should, because I know what to look for. But I can't say, this is what it is. Don't worry about it. You don't need to hire anybody. Absolutely not. Because like I said, I'm not licensed, or insured. And you want to make sure that the person is insured, because if for whatever reason they come back and say, no, the roof is A1, and then 6 months down the line, it's leaking, somebody comes in, says, no, you need a brand new roof. Well, okay, well, who's going to be responsible for that? If you had a home inspection, you might not be responsible for that, so you won't have to pay for it. So anyways, that's really about what I wanted to talk about having a home inspector and some of the reasons why you should absolutely have a home inspector. So just do it. Don't think about it. Don't question it. Absolutely get a home inspector. Now, if you need a referral, I have several referrals of inspectors that I do refer. I have 3 or 4. Absolutely, you can reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to give you some referrals. Or if you're already working with a broker, I'm sure they have all the referrals that you need. And yeah, as always, you have any questions, you can contact me anytime. I'd be more than happy to answer your questions. And yeah, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I know we're in for some weird weather. I think it's supposed to warm up tomorrow and rain, and then back to a little bit cooler on Sunday. Anyways, enjoy the time with your families. If you guys have any questions, reach out. Be more than happy to answer. Other than that, enjoy your Friday. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.